What's going on, YouTube? Levi of Old Iron Off-Road. Today we've got a little something different in store for you. If you're familiar with Scouts, which most of you watching the channel probably are, if you've been following along, you know already that there's a company that has purchased the 800 Scout script and they have coined their business Scout Motors. Their intention has been, since the start of this company, to bring back what I would imagine is a modern interpretation of the International Scout with a twist. That twist being the vehicle is going to be fully electric. Now, I'm not going to touch too much on that. I'm not a big electric vehicle guy. I have ridden in some Teslas. The power and torque is stupid impressive. If you've never sat in one, they're like go quick now kind of a deal. But for me, living in the country, electric isn't really convenient. You know, if I lived in a city and needed a commuter car, I think it would be valuable. I would even consider it. But for my personal preferences, not something that I really need or desire. Now, that being said, if this thing is cool enough, would I own one? Absolutely. I don't have any problem with it. And that's a lot of what you're seeing right now. Guys, the hardcore IH enthusiasts are in a tizzy over this thing coming out. I think the best thing everybody can do is just embrace it. If nothing else, it's bringing light to the community and the existence of these vehicles, which in turn, what you're seeing a lot of right now is more parts being produced, more attention, more manufacturers doing stuff for the brand, for the original Internationals, this thing, that thing, and makes it easier for us enthusiasts to keep them on the road. Now, where am I going with all this? Myself and Mike Moore of Scout Co LLC have been invited. One of the gentlemen that is a part of Scout Motors has actually came to, a couple of gentlemen have came to the Harvesters and the Holler event a couple of years. They actually did some photography there and used some of the footage for their media stuff, and like I said, we got invited to the reveal. So the intention for this video is to give you guys one of the first looks into the new International Scout. If you're still watching at this point, take 2 seconds, jump down there, hit the subscribe button, like and comment as well. We're really pushing hard trying to grow this channel, and I can't do it without you at home. I appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed. We are currently past the 5,000 subscriber mark. That's a huge milestone for me personally. I know there's other channels with millions of subscribers, whatever, but this is genuine growth, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave us a comment. So we've checked into the hotel room, and this place is swanky. I'm gonna go downstairs, catch up with a few people. I'll try to get a few people on camera. I'll try to get Jeff Ismail and maybe John Glancy, get Mike Moore's thoughts on this new Scout and what they think and how they feel about it. That's going on YouTube.
Make sure to hit that like button, like and subscribe.
That's JJ Farmer. If you call H Parts, ask for him. He's the lead tech when it comes to farm equipment. How was dinner, Mike? Good. Good dinner. Good. We're fed and wandering around downtown Nashville. I'll try to corner Mike here in a little while, and we'll get his thoughts on the new Scout. What do you think about that?
Mark's gonna tell the tale.
So up early this morning to the super secret ninja location. Got a little OG Scout car show going on. Lots of guys hanging out, enjoying themselves. We've got like a little loose itinerary of things that we're going to be doing, just kind of get through the day. Lots of cool stuff. I think I've got like, they signed me up for like axe throwing and archery, so this should be a good time. We'll run through, do a quick walkthrough of the rigs that are here, and then hopefully we'll get to show you the goods later. right, so we're here with Jason Jackson, owner of the, they call this the Legacy.
Yeah, this was the Legacy Scout. My dad bought brand new, and we rebuilt it and gave it back to me.
I actually had a little hand in.
You had a big hand
this
in it,
thing.
the very first part of it.
Yeah, I was happy to be a part of it. But anyway, I wanted to just get a couple of people's opinions on this new Scout. What are your thoughts on it? What do you think?
So my personal thoughts: I've never bought a new vehicle in my life. Okay, I've owned all kinds of used ones. You know, Scouts 11 over the years, probably if you count them up. Several Dodge diesel trucks. Never owned a new vehicle. Never bought one.
Yeah.
I'm buying a new Scout.
Awesome. That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
My thing is with me, I drive 60 miles round trip a day to work.
So
Perfect.
convenient for a commuter.
Yeah,
that's
perfect.
awesome. Yeah.
Plug it in at night. Next day we're ready to go. But I also want to be able to experience what my dad experienced.
That's cool.
Going in and seeing Scouts and purchasing, ordering, if they do retro paint, man, I want that option, man.
Well, we know a guy that could put like a super cool stripe kit on it.
I do know a guy, and maybe we could twist old Scout Co's arm, right?
Awesome. No, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff, and we're glad to see you here.
Yeah, good to see you, bud.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Awesome. So we've got the owner of Super Scout Specialist, Mr. John Glancy, here with us. Tell us a little bit about what's behind us. What do we got behind us?
Well, this is a Scout that my father in 1979 October let me order new. He was a district sales manager for IH, and it was going to be one of the last Scouts available. So I said, "Hey, Dad, can I order one my way?" Because he'd never order black. He'd never order bucket seats.
Right.
He always had bench seats. He wouldn't budge on the 345. It had to be a 345.
Okay.
I checked marked 331 gears. I don't know why.
That's a good ratio.
And he didn't object to that because usually he would go with 307s to make it highway mileage.
I'm a 354, 331 guy myself.
Yeah. So, an AM, FM 8 track. I checked all the boxes I could and never got to drive it legally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was 15. It got sold before I could drive it, but I did drive it when they'd go out to dinner on Saturday night and left it. I'd steal it. But I get busted because they could smell the burnt rubber. So, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll flash forward. How many years later you managed to?
1989 or 90s or so, in my father's basement, I found his expense reports in a briefcase.
Right.
Which that very briefcase is in the back of the truck.
That's cool.
In the report was the serial number of this truck.
Okay.
Because I could narrow it to the time frame that this happened, and then I went to the state of Ohio. And at that time, they would tell you who owned it. I tracked them down and I called them, and they said, "Oh no, we love our Scout. You can't have it." Well, I left my number, and a few years later, it was starting to get rusty, and they were ready to sell it. So I bought it and set it in a field for like 20 years, and restored it just 3 years ago.
Right.
However, about 3 weeks ago, a lady who was having a Scout worked on in our shop brought her brother over on a Saturday to pick up their Scout that was fixed. And he told Rob, 25 years ago I sold John, I think he's the owner of this company, a black Traveler. Well, do you know if he still has it? And Rob said, "Come here."
That's awesome.
Brought him in, and he just couldn't believe what he saw.
And here it is.
Yeah.
How many years from the initial purchase?
25.
That's
probably.
awesome. That's awesome.
So he was thrilled, and we got to visit, and I learned some new things about it I didn't know. I thought he got it from my dad, and come to find out, it was an Amish quilt shop. They make quilts.
Yeah.
Who got it from my dad, and then they traded it in, and he bought it from the car dealer. It had about 30,000 miles on it.
Awesome.
That time. So.
That's cool.
There
That's
it
cool.
is.
Well, so it's come full circle. Where are we today? We're at the Scout Motors Scout reveal, correct?
That's correct. I guess we're going to see a couple new Scouts here shortly.
And what are your thoughts on the new Scout? What are you feeling? What do you expect? What do you hope for?
Well, I heard there was a model in the group that they used him to photograph some pictures on the inside of it. And when he came up the hill and saw it, the word "stunned" were used.
Awesome.
So I hope we're all going to be stunned.
Awesome. That's good. Well, and as I've touched on, I'm sure you're hopeful that the new reinvention of something that we've all been kind of enthusiasts and professionals in the industry of, what was once an orphan brand,
Correct.
start to see more light on the brand, more products and more availability. With the new reinvention again, I hope that, I'm sure you're hopeful that we'll see more stuff.
I wonder if when they brought back the Bronco, did they bring 30 vintage Broncos? There's 30 vehicles here.
I don't think they did.
I don't think
so.
they recognize the community like
No.
Scout Motors is trying to do.
Yeah, and
I give them my hats off.
Absolutely.
They are trying to respect the history, trying to be true to the form.
Taking notes from,
Yeah.
from the enthusiasts
Yeah.
is what we expect and want.
I mean,
Definitely.
we all want a gas motor,
Yep.
but
It is what it is.
they're going to announce a range extender.
Yeah.
So that's going to get some people's attention.
That guy will probably LS swap one.
He absolutely will. He absolutely will. He's got to see it. You two are going to be measuring it up here shortly.
Yeah,
And we'll see.
solid axles and an engine conversion.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure. We thank you for your time, John. We
problem.
appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Glad you guys came out.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Ring that bell notification. Smash it.
What do we do? Like and subscribe.
We're liking and subscribing.
They say scouts are either flamboyant, a little crazy, or a little lucky. And look, a couple of months ago, we were looking at this location. The agency said, beautiful mountaintop, beautiful views, and they want to sort of build a house over this. So yeah, we're a little short of funds, and we said, let's just do it outdoors, and we rolled the dice. And yeah, we either got very lucky or very clairvoyant, because what a stunning, stunning, beautiful day. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for coming. Obviously, we're honored that you could join us here today in the beautiful hills of Franklin. Of course, you see behind me, the world needs more scouts, and we couldn't agree more. We've been saying this since our journey began just 2 short years ago. As many of you know, scouts are the ones who get out ahead. Scouts are the ones who move forward, see what's over the next hill. Scouts look for the opportunity, and then, of course, come back to help lead the way forward. So speaking of a few scouts, I'd like to extend a warm welcome, of course, to Arnold Antlitz and Stefan Weckbach from the Volkswagen Group. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining. I'd also like to personally welcome a few scouts from the state of South Carolina. Of course, we have Governor Henry McMaster, we have Senate President Thomas Alexander, and of course, Secretary of Commerce Harry Lyson. Gentlemen, thank you very much. I think, as many of you know, it's obviously appropriate to be here today in a town named for Benjamin Franklin. He meets everyone's definition, certainly my definition of a scout. He was a scientist, an inventor, and of course, a leader of our revolution. Franklin's experiments with electricity were so advanced, he had to invent the very words we use to describe how electricity works today. It was Ben Franklin who first named a device for storing electric energy. He, in fact, called it a battery. So it's entirely fitting that we're here today in Franklin, Tennessee, to reveal the first 2 battery-powered electric vehicles from Scout Motors. Thank you. Now, certainly the auto industry right now could use a few more Scouts. These are without a doubt complicated times. Industries facing labor tensions, unease about the shift to EVs, infrastructure, geopolitical uncertainty, inflation, supply chains, the need to get software done right, digital trust, and of course, return on investment. In short, many of these issues have complicated the market, and when you complicate the market, in our opinion, you reduce consumer trust in our beloved industry, and in fact, you reduce enthusiasm for the very products we're trying to sell. Now, while all of that is going on out in the world, here in America, what about America and the American consumer? And from what we see, Americans want to simplify. They want to trade in a lot of the virtual experiences for real, tangible experiences. Digital detox. Americans are de-urbanizing for the first time since the 70s. People are moving from big cities to small towns. Americans are rediscovering the outdoors. Participation in outdoor recreation has grown to nearly 170 million Americans. And through it all, of course, as always, Americans remain optimistic. They want to move forward, they want to build things, they want to do things. So how do we navigate this American market at this profound American moment? And for me, the answer is clear. It's Scout. And in fact, it's always been Scout. This was the brand, and we will be the ones who restore an absolute American icon to its rightful place. One that sits in the world's most valuable automotive segments and profit pools at a time when America wants to build and do things again. Second, we're going to embrace a community of doers, dreamers, makers, and explorers that represent the very essence of America. Just ask John Glancy, or Jim Allen, or Sean Barber, or Dick Hatch, former designer of the original Scout. They are all here with us today. And we want to thank them for sharing not only their love, but honestly, a bit of their tough love along the way. So thank you very much for joining us. And of course, we want to take advantage of this moment in America to bring real innovation and with it, real enthusiasm back to the U.S. car market. And finally, we want to bring the best of the past ideals forward. Not some warmed over nostalgic haze. Real ideals like respect, community, and of course, trust. Now, Scout was certainly ahead of its time in inventing the SUV segment and tapping into the American psyche of exploration. And now, Scout is just at the right time. In fact, the perfect time for this American market. Now, in order to unlock this magical brand with its vast potential, it's best to do it as a startup with a running start. An absolute clean sheet, if you will. Speed, efficiency, ingenuity, but also expertise, scale, and of course, know-how. We are on time and on target at our production center in Blythewood. Governor McMaster, we're proud to build this plant in your soil with the ingenuity and the grit of South Carolinians. Our factory, as you know, is more than a factory. It's in fact a transformation. We are talking about good jobs, jobs that pay, jobs that aren't a seasonal gig with no benefits and no prospects for a career. We aim to create entry-level jobs that have 40% higher disposable income compared to what's there today. In addition, we aim to provide the kind of benefits that help people to pursue their dreams, not our dreams, theirs. Training, healthcare, access to childcare. We believe that the 4,000 jobs we're creating at our production center in Blythewood will improve lives for that community. And by the way, that is the role of companies. That is the role of opportunities such as this. Our factory, of course, is not burdened with legacy costs or aging infrastructure. It allows us to be profitable after the first full calendar year of operations. That's significantly before even getting to a full second shift or third shift. That's the benefit of having our clean sheet, fixed cost base, and of course, laser focused on building a proper, profitable product business case. Scout also is an opportunity to build a stronger supply chain based on nearshoring, not offshoring. We're targeting 80% of Scout's cost base to be sourced within the region, and more than 50% of our suppliers will be located within 200 miles of Blythewood, South Carolina. This will translate into thousands of more jobs, new jobs in communities across America. We also intend to transform how consumers buy, service, and experience Scout. Scout pricing will be transparent. You'll be able to digitally purchase a Scout in less than 10 minutes. And one final point, our customers will never become our product. We won't sell, we won't post, we won't commercialize our customer data to anyone ever. We want to protect the customers who drive our cars, who love our cars, and interact with through our apps and through our websites. But That's, of course, what I see as the big picture. But of course, sometimes there's another picture I look at, and a small photo I keep with me. It's this photograph I'm holding here, and you can see behind me, taken in 1980. It shows when the last Scout, when production there ended. And obviously, that was a very sad day for Scout and a very sad day for America. We strayed from the idea that American factory workers deserve their shot at the American dream. We forgot that we're all Scouts in this together. And obviously, it turns out letting others do our work for us does not work for us. So I very much, profoundly look forward to the day when we will be able to take a new photograph, a color photograph most likely, digital photograph most likely, at our brand new Scouts coming off that line in Blythewood. That will be a day we can all collectively be proud of. But getting to that day will not be easy, and it certainly will not be possible without the right products. They've got to be full-blown, proper, true Scouts, true to the original legacy. We call Scout the connection machine, and as you're about to see, connection is at the core of our brand, and of course, its DNA. Thank you very much.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, kiddo.
You're gonna want to see this.
right, so we just saw the official unveiling of the Scout. We're sitting here with Jeff from IH Parts America.
What's up?
What are your thoughts? What do you think?
Dude, I'm impressed. I'm blown away. I'm sort of speechless. They knocked it out of the park.
They did. They killed it.
You know, they really
Yeah,
did
they killed
listen
it.
to us. I'm stoked on the harvester range extender part. I think that's way cool.
That's the one I pre-ordered.
Right on. Yeah, they're wondering how many are going to be pre-ordering
Yeah.
that. I was talking to the guy, Jamie, up there, but yeah, I mean, 35-inch tires, solid rear axle. God, just all the features. I mean, hopefully, you know, I just live videoed it. Hopefully, everyone saw it.
Yeah.
You know, they know what's coming. But I think they did a very good job. Definitely keeping the old feel of it alive and you know, the history of it. But you know, the whole Scout strip, the Terra, the Traveler name,
The body
I mean, the
lines.
body lines, the fender line.
Yeah.
You know, the little niche for the Scout 8800, a little nod to them. Dude, I mean, you know, my hat's off to them.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I think at this point it's safe to say they shut up any of the naysayers.
Yeah.
Like I think there's going to be a few people that are going to look at that and say, no, they didn't do a good job.
Right.
I think they did.
You can't make everyone happy.
Right.
But they just made a huge bunch of people very happy without a doubt.
Did you ever think in your lifetime you would see the reproduction of an actual new Scout?
No.
Right.
No. I mean, it was always talked about,
Yeah.
and you could always hope.
Yeah.
But, you know, here we are. It's 2024,
Yeah.
October 24th, and there's a new Scout coming, folks.
For
So
sure,
Get
for
ready
sure.
to get your orders in.
All right, so I'm standing here with Mike Moore, Scout Co. LLC, in front of the all-new Scout.
Newer
What do you
than
think? Newer than new.
Newer than new.
Brandy new. What do you think?
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. I don't know. I wouldn't have bet either way until half hour.
Same.
Until a half hour.
Yeah,
ago.
I kept my opinions and thoughts to myself.
Yep.
But I mean, anything
they-
you think they could have done different?
I think they'll hear a bunch of people cry about the lack of a removable top.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I'm not going to take a top off anyway because it weighs too much. It takes up too much storage. This is a much more user-friendly way of solving that problem for most people. But I think other than that, I don't really see anything that I'd change on it. They did a really good job.
Yeah, and the canvas top, the slide back canvas top versus like a generic moonroof that everything else has. I think that's a touch that kind of a nostalgic feel.
They can get good material on it
Yeah, for sure.
to where the top lasts and
Yeah.
the interior lasts and blah, blah, blah. I think it'll be good.
Yep, awesome. You gonna buy one?
Depends on whether my wife is watching this or not. She doesn't watch YouTube. So I
Same.
already put my $100 down.
We both pre-registered already for one, so yep, safe to say. All right, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Before we like and subscribe, we're here at the, they call this the studio. This is where we hang out, I guess, after the Scout unveiling. There's a lake route right out there. Can't really see it though, but it's out there. We were over there all day.
Over there,
Yeah, we were over there.
and then
Now
we
we're
were
over here.
Then we were up there. Now we're here.
Now we're here.
Dinner's
So
at 15.
Like and subscribe.
Like
Smash
and-
that like button. Hit the bell notification. And
Do you
sign
have
up
a-
for our email notification.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I don't have a
You
YouTube
should.
channel.
You need to
Subscribe to IH Parts America.
JJ Farmer for president.
I'm net close.
They hooked it up.
They hooked it up. They got everything here.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
They hooked it up.
It's hitched up.
It's
It's hitched up.
hitched up. Okay.
It's like hooked up, only hitched up.
I got you. Yeah. All right. Whoo, boy, man, oh man. I'm home from the Scout reveal, and I really can't. Well, I can't. I'm still like trying to process all of it. I know a lot of people have their own thoughts and opinions on this, and it seems like I posted some pictures and made a reel, and it seems to be the consensus is either love or hate. There's some middle of the road people, but you know, I tried to be optimistic throughout this whole process. Obviously a gas engine was like, my initial statement, if you watch the intro to this video, is I'm not an EV guy. But I'll tell you this, they could have put a lawnmower engine in this thing, and they did so well representing what was the original Scout 2 that I'd have bought it anyway, that I would have been all in on it. Again, I'm still not a fan of EV. It's just not a platform that I'm a fan of, and it's not for any reason other than practicality. But the fact that they offer the range extender, 500-mile range, I mean, I can go anywhere I want to on that. Yeah, adding a charge plug, there's going to be some things that people don't initially think about when they're first getting into EV. And whether, you know, I don't want to turn this into a debate about whether EV is a lasting platform or it's a bubble or, you know, government, blah, 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 blah. You can turn this into political. We're staying neutral. We're Switzerland when it comes to that area. We're not even talking about any of that. The simple fact is there were a lot of OG Scout guys that were involved in the design process, and the design team listened. I'm going to walk you around an original Scout, and me being there on the floor, being able to put my hands on, I'm going to tell you exactly the body lines and the cues that they took from the factory Scout. People have called it a Rivian. You can call it that if you want to, but it's not a Rivian. I was there. Like, it looks like a Scout. The minute that thing rolled out of the garage doors, I said, holy crap, they nailed it. They nailed it. They nailed it. I have zero affiliation with this. People on my Instagram page are saying, oh, he's sponsored. I don't even know what that means. You know, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not a BSer. I'll tell it like it is. I'll tell it like I see it. I try to always give my honest opinion and interpretation, but yeah, no, they nailed it. So we're gonna walk around this Scout here, and I'm gonna highlight some things on the original Scout that if they would have left out, I would have not been as intrigued with it. But let's get it. So you guys at home, or Scout guys, know this swoop in the hood. They killed that. It was there. If you look down the Scout from this back profile, the way the top slants down and this body bubbles out, it is dead nuts like that. The tail light profile comes out and captures this area here. The back has full bumpers. Obviously there are safety standards that have to be met, but this profile here is built in with a bumper recessed into the body. But that swoop, the back follows down, protrudes, swoops out. Obviously in the pictures you saw, that's a critical. That was I had somebody ask me if there was one feature that had to be in it for me to be sold. I said it was the back glass shape, and it was there. The body line, that seam at the bottom, was there. The front nose curled back into the front tire was there. And there were also all kinds of other visual cues and nods to the original Scout all throughout the build, through the interior. Like I said, me being an honest, impartial party, you can love it or hate it, I don't care. I'm just telling you what I saw from my perspective, my opinion. Buy one or don't, I don't care. Like it or don't, I don't care. They nailed it. Scout Motors did a great job representing the original brand. I really, really do feel that they listened to the OG guys that were helping with design. And again, I don't think they could have done a better job. It's a modern vehicle. Like, people are complaining, like this and that. I really don't think some of the older guys, some of the hardcore like IH EV hate. I actually saw somebody comment, it was a two-door. I can remember having to climb over the front seat to get in the back. Why would you want to pay $50,000 for a modern vehicle and climb over the front seat to get in the back? Why would you want to do that? Why wouldn't you just want to open the other door and get in it? Like, I don't know. Just my my opinion on things, so take them for what they're worth. But I had a great time. I hope you guys at home watching this video appreciate the video, enjoy following along, and again, like it, love it, whatever. At least you get a first look at it here. Thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. Like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, enjoy.